and welcome to another Conqueror's Blade video today. And today I would like to just start with a special thank you to the 2 people that have subscribed already. It may not seem like a lot, but it actually means the world to me, so thank you very much. I'll make sure I keep pumping out content for you. So with that said, let's get straight into battle. So we're here at Allenberg. We are attacking. It's always a fun one to attack Allenberg. There's a lot of different angles you can take. I personally am going to try and take A, but if the avenue at B opens itself up, then that is definitely a strong option to keep in mind. Now, we are going to take the serfs out, as we always do, just as a throwaway unit, so we can just throw them at the enemy and then go back and get some better troops for the actual onslaught. So here we are. The battle for Allenberg is just beginning. Now, I'm going to start over on this western side of the castle. Just to start in this little area here where I can maybe hide my troops while we breach the walls. So I'm just going to come out here and maybe just decide to bring my troops behind the wall here, as I said, just while we breach the gates. And then I'm just going to throw my serfs at the enemies. It looks like my serfs want to get out. They did not line up properly there, but so I'm going to bring them back here behind this hill. This way they're a little bit closer to me and they can't really be targeted by the enemy, so we're just going to leave them there and hope for the best. Now, we are going to actually take this B avenue. We have allied troops heading towards the siege tower already to move it. As you can see, our battering ram is moving, the left siege tower is moving, and I'm pretty sure fairly shortly all siege towers will be moving and we will be attacking from all angles. Now, I have a trebuchet. I'm going to try and strike the enemies on top of this wall with the trebuchet because they are bunched up there. As you can see, I've killed 4 there, I've killed some more there, I'm doing a lot of damage. 16, 19, I've killed so many enemy troops already. That's almost a full unit actually. And you know, this stage in the game, if you can just thin the enemy defenses as much as you can before you even get onto the wall, that is a huge success. As you can see though, the enemies did destroy that siege tower, so I will be exploring additional avenues of breaking into the castle. Now, I may decide to stay at B, but at the moment I'm just thinking I might just move over to this siege tower here because it is already very close to the wall and fairly healthy still, so I see that this one is going to get into the wall. So I'm going to start calling my troops over, and as the serfs I'm just going to throw them in as a little bit of a pushback to the enemies. So we're going to run up here and we're just going to battle it out. So this is actually a very important part of the siege. So basically you just want to be pushing your team out of this sort of, out of the siege tower really. If you can get yourselves onto the wall, you have got your team into a much better position because you are then on the actual castle itself. And it opens up a lot more opportunities for you. As you can see, the enemy knows this and they do not want to let us onto the wall. They are pushing us as much as they can, but it just seems we are a bit more prepared. We have many more troops on the point currently, and we are just destroying the enemies that are on it so far. They have decided to retreat up that right-hand side. We have made it onto the castle wall, and now we can actually fortify a position which may actually be very beneficial and crucial to this fight. Because as I always say, you know, every second matters in Conqueror's Blade. Every little breach of the wall, every little bit of defense, every little bit of attack, every hero you kill, every unit you kill, it all adds up. It all adds up. You can see we have 7.5 minutes to capture one of the points. I believe we're already yeah, look, we've already caught half of A. It's still going up, so this is going really well so far. We've given ourselves a really strong position here to win this battle, but there's still a lot to go as we do so much damage with the grape shot cannon, and we have killed the guy eventually. Now look, I'm not sure whether the grape shot cannon reaches the troops on the right, so I'm just going to shoot the enemy player in front of us, the musket player, but he does actually move around a bit, but I do kill him and I get the say cheese achievement, which is quite funny. And now we have some troops in front of us as I get knocked off the grape shot cannon, but I just try and do some damage to the shields, try and dwindle them down a little bit, because we will probably need to be getting through those if we are going to get into the castle. Now, I don't have any troops currently, so I am thinking here I might go back, get some troops, and head down to the castle. But then I'm also thinking, well, we've got a point in front of us there. 100 meters ahead, we actually do have, captured a point. So I might just go there and grab the troops. Instead of backing myself out of the castle to come back in, I can get my troops in the castle and push our advances forward a lot quicker. Now, that's the great thing about the longsword and shield class, is that it, as good as it is at defending and staying on the points, it also has those strengths on the points when attacking. If I get my strong troops, I pump health into them with the doctrines and the level ups attributes, as well as my hero having a lot of health pumped into him as well. It makes it a real difficult task for the enemies to destroy you and your units. Because you are just so tanky, and it applies to both attack and defense. If you can get onto the point as a longsword and shield, then you can stay there for as long as you like, really, unless you get completely overrun, which, as we know, can happen on this game. Now, I can see here, sorry, I was rambling on a bit there, I'm sorry about that. I can see here that point B is getting taken pretty heavily for us, so I'm going to start preparing for point C. Now, look, I have some enemies running straight towards my units. I'm just holding this area here. They don't have any units by the looks of it. So they're just coming straight to me. I get absolutely destroyed there. I cannot move. But then the enemy units do arrive, and I run back my spearmen and just get absolutely destroyed. There's not an awful lot I can do about that, really. I'm just trying to get away with my own life here, and it looks like I will, because allied troops have come flooding in to save the day. I'm just going to heal up, probably go get some more troops for myself, and get ready for the onslaught on point C. Now look at the top, we have 10.5 minutes to win this battle. Well, 10.5 minutes to get point C. We already have around almost a third of point C, I'd say. So we are in a really good position here. The enemy's under a lot of pressure to fend us off. Now this guy, Grimscar, you don't know what sort of steroids he's got in him, but he is strong, but we do take him out eventually. I need to go get some troops, stock back up, and get back into the fight, because we don't want to let up the pressure that we have on them already. I'm actually going to take the archers, because I want to take the shieldmen into the last point if we can get there. As I can already see, the allies already have a lot of troops out, so I really don't need to bring out the melee ones just yet. As you can see at the top, we are slowly capturing more of point C, and we are capturing it even more now. It actually looks as though my team's already captured it, so well done to them. We haven't really needed to aid them too much, so it looks like now we're going to start preparing for the final capture. We should have around 12 minutes, I believe, to capture it. So yep, 12 minutes 24 seconds to capture the last point now. But this is always on Allenberg a point of contention among the community, because this is such a hard point to capture if you're the attacking team. It's just one choke point. You can actually loop around, go up the ladders, and attack from the side, which is usually the best option in the end, because you can't get through this choke point. The enemy just throws troops at the door and you can't really get through. So you have to explore different avenues of attack. You have to try and think, how can I flank them here? How can we do something different? Because it's just so hard. As you can see, there are so many enemy troops just in front of the gate, and there's not really a lot you can do. And as the defending team, all you need to do is just keep throwing enemies at the gate, and the attacking team will find it really hard to get through. So anyway, I have to retreat. My bowmen are still attacking, but I swiftly realise here we are getting overrun. As we see an enemy behind here, and we take him out pretty easily. But my archers now have just been absolutely destroyed as we try and kill Changster here. I think looks like he might get away here. Yeah, oh no, never mind, Shankster's down. But look, as you can see, my point has been proven here. As the defending team, you could just throw your units through the gate, because there's not an awful lot the attacking team can do about that. There's only one gate, so I'm now thinking in my head, I need to find a way to loop round the back, and there is actually a way to loop round the back, which I am going to do in a minute. So you'll see, you climb up the ladders, you go around the back of the enemy forces, and you go down this set of stairs, but that's still a choke point in itself, so it's very hard. It probably will take the full 10 minutes to get in and get ourselves into a position where we can potentially take the last point, because it's just such a choke point. And I'm sure with this team, you know, we have taken plenty of points very quickly. We hopefully gave ourselves enough time to get ourselves into a decent position. So I'm going to call my horse. I'm going to go and try and get myself some more troops now. As I see a dual blaze player here, I do want to take him out. I don't want him coming behind our allied troops, because they can devastate people from behind. So we're going to take him out, and that's fine. We killed him, and then his troops come around the corner, so this just helps even more, because we don't have to take them out of the gate. He's actually brought them around the side, which is actually such a good thing for us. There's one less unit to deal with through this choke point at the front gate here. So anyway, as I'm trying to heal, I get stabbed by one of the spearmen. But anyway, I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to get myself some more troops, and we are going to go back into battle. Here's the flanking position that I am talking about. We can go up these ladders. It seems a lot of my allies have the same idea, because we cannot get through that middle section. So as you can see, we are heading up these ladders now, and we are going to move to the top of these stairs and try and get down them, but it's still another choke point which we have to make it through. Enemies will throw troops onto us, and it will still be a fairly big challenge to get through them. As you can see, they're already swarming to the staircase, and we are going to try and just get our troops up here as fast as we can. We're going to put them on the front here and just hold this staircase now, because the enemies, as you can see, are bringing so many troops forward, and we are just going to try and push them back as much as we can. We are waiting for that our ability at the bottom there, so we can use it to push the enemies back, because as you can see, when I use it, we push them right back down, halfway down the staircase, and we're just going to push our troops down the staircase and really force the enemy back and make sure that they can't push us back up the stairs. Now we are in a really good position here. We are just trying to hold this staircase, wait for more allies to come and attack from a different angle, because as you can see in front, just in the distance there is still so many enemy units at that front gate, and you know, we have to pressure that front gate, but really that's not where the game's going to be won. The game is going to be won from where we are right now, taking out these enemies. And you know, the more units they bring over here, the less pressure there is on the gate. Now, as you can see, they are not going to let us through easily. They are going to fight to the death here, tooth and nail. But we are just going to keep going. We're going to keep trying. We're going to push the enemies back and wait for more allies to come up these ladders onto this staircase. As you can see, there are more allies here now, and there are so many enemies at the bottom of the staircase too, and we're just going to keep trying here to hold. Look how many troops we have here. There's mine, and there's another 3 sets of allied troops here, so we are going to be able to push through. As you can see, there is a guy at a grape shot though, and I just get absolutely one-shot by that. So I have now got to wait 23 seconds to get back into battle. Here we are then, back in battle with our pike militia. Now, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know how much I actually love the pike militia. They come in handy when you need them most, and we need them now. There's only 5 minutes left of this battle, so I am just trying now to push our advances a bit quicker. Hope my allied team follow me with these advances, because we really need to get on that point soon, because the enemies are still going to flood the area with troops. So we really need to start getting on the point, and I know this, so I'm trying to get on the point. I'm trying to push our team forward, but there are quite a lot of ranged units in front of me there, and I am just hoping my allied team will follow me onto the point, but it seems like it's just me at the moment, and this is not good news. This probably was a bad move from myself. I got a little bit impatient there. Maybe could have waited, killed a few more of the enemy troops first, and then pushed onto the point. But I've just got a huge sense of urgency in me at the moment, because I have 4 minutes left. The whole team has 4 minutes left until we lose this battle, so we have to do something soon. I'm going to take my Iron Cap Spearman back out and go for one last push. So here we are, we've got the Iron Cap Spearman back to full health, running towards the enemy point. I actually bring my units fairly far forward because I want to start this push. We need to start this push now. We only have 3 minutes to go. We started with 12.5 minutes near enough to just get this last point, and we are trying so hard. I have my units here now, and we are just going to try and slowly just bring them forward as I come onto the point. I'm going to try and bring them around this centre post. It's a very strong position for the Iron Cap Spearmen because they can't really be destroyed from the inside and hit from the back if you put them on the point this way. It's a very strong place to put them. And look, we have actually pushed our team forward onto the point, and hopefully many of our allies notice now that we are on the point now. As you can see, many more are coming forward. Many more are realizing that we are on this final push. There's only 2 minutes to go. And look how many enemy troops are still in front of us. There are so many, but look at the amount of allies coming onto the point. This is great news for me. I'm so happy about that because I was starting to feel slightly alone. But we need the allies to start pushing some of their troops onto the point because we need to capture it as soon as we can. There's only 1 minute and 45 seconds to go, but luckily none of the enemy players are pushing themselves onto the point to defend it, so the progress is just going up and up and up. 1 minute 30 to go, desperately trying to get on the point. We killed that guy, and now we are just trying. We probably about have 5 seconds of cap time left on the point. The enemy players are desperately now trying to rush onto the point. I'm so low, I'm just trying to dodge, duck and weave to try and stay on this point. And look, it looks like we have sealed the victory here. And what a great battle that was in the end. It was so tough. It was so easy to get those first 3 points, but then that last point took near enough 10 minutes to, well, it's about 11 minutes actually to try and do that. Now look at the amount of S ranks and A pluses on the team. The whole team put in a solid effort there, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that performance from everyone, so well done to everyone there, including the enemy team. That was a great battle. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for watching that very scrappy battle. A few mistakes from me there, but I can't complain with the efforts that we made and the team. We flanked them, we overcome the initial choke point, and we won the battle. Now, thank you again for the people supporting me. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching and you're new, please subscribe and support the channel. I will be flooding out many videos in the future. Peace.